Welcome to the He's Got Issues Independent Comics Edition number 31. I'm John Cooney here to preview new independent comics being released October 2nd, 2013, beginning alphabetically with Boom Studios and Garfield number 18. We've seen Garfield face off with some scary foes in this series, creatures made of everything from snow to lasagna. Garfield has come out on top so far, but does he have what it takes to defeat a Tigor? Next, we've got hit number 2 of 4. Harvey Slater has 15 pounds of Baja Reefer stashed in the trunk of his car. He's having sex with his commanding officer's daughter. There's a dead cop lying in his living room, and his problems are just getting started. The hit squad is coming under fire for their sloppy job on the Infantino hit, and tragedy strikes as those closest to Slater are picked off one by one. We've also got Robocop Last Stand number 3 of 8. OCP has finally found Robocop's one true weakness, his humanity. With a secret weapon up his sleeve, Old Man believes he has finally set in motion the perfect trap for Robocop. Will Robocop's need to defend the people of Detroit finally lead to his downfall? And we've got Suicide Risk number 6, trapped in the clutches of the Nightmare Crew. Leo Winters must find a way to protect both his family and his sanity. But Leo soon discovers the lengths he will go to do both might scare even the supervillains who have him trapped. From Dark Horse Comics, we've got Catalyst Comics number 4 of 9. Dark Horse wants you to party hard. That's why you're invited on a galactic date with Amazing Grace, to the dance club with the Agents of Change, on a super activist world tour with Frank Titan Wells. Once again, Catalyst delivers all the super those other comics can't handle. Next, we've got Grindhouse Doors Open at Midnight number 1 of 8. Literature, overrated. Morality, expendable. Tonight is right for some of the over-the-top sex and violence. Bringing the flavor of midnight exploitation flicks to comics, Grindhouse delivers 4 two-issue gore operas, starting with the VIXENS from Mars, pitting a one-eyed southern Latina deputy against lusty alien chicks bent on laying eggs in the entire male population. We've also got Occultist number 1 of 5. An evil witch doctor needs the book of spells known as the Sword to reject the occultist. He needs the weapon itself to decide that he is a bad host in the ongoing war against the realm of the dead. The solution lies in a Catholic schoolgirl who dabbles in death for a quick high. Next, we've got Star Wars number 1, $1 variant. Relive the blockbuster first issue that launched Brian Wood's Star Wars for only $1. We take you back to those heady, adventure-filled days when the Empire ruled, the rebels were on the run, and the galaxy was a dangerous place where anything might happen. And we've got the Star Wars number 2 of 8. The Empire is poised for an attack on the peaceful world of Aquila, and only Jedi General Luke Skywalker seems concerned. When King Chaos is killed, Jedi in training Anakin Starkiller is ordered to find Princess Leia, while Skywalker sends his only squadron against the Empire's powerful new battle station. It's the official 8-issue adaptation of George Lucas's original rough draft screenplay for Star Wars. From Dynamite Entertainment, we've got Black Bat number 6. Detective Brody is on the move with a suitcase bomb. Will he plant it in the courthouse before the Black Bat finds him? The clock is ticking and all hope rests on the Black Bat's shoulders. Next, we've got Codename Action number 2 of 6. The Cold War threatens to heat up quickly as world leaders on both sides of the Iron Curtain begin pushing for armed conflict, but only a select few know that the ones rattling their sabers are in fact identical doppelgangers who have replaced the real leaders. Can veteran spy Operator 5 and new recruit Operative 1001 uncover who is behind these replacements and what their agenda might be before it's too late? We've also got Lady Rawhide number 2 of 5. As old Mexico is crushed beneath the weight of corruption and tyranny, Lady Rawhide, outlaw champion of the oppressed, discovers that she does not fight alone. A band of vigilantes have taken up her struggle, but their ruthless methods may place them all on the gun sights of a deadly new adversary. Next, we've got Mark Waid's The Green Hornet number 6. Stripped of his resources, the Green Hornet is in danger of being exposed by the underworld, and they won't take kindly to Hornet's acts of gangland espionage. We've also got Miss Fury Digital number 2 of 2. The harrowing conclusion of Miss Fury's race through time. Find out what happens to our hero and her roving gang of Roman soldiers. Can they defeat Harmon, or will they be stuck time traveling forever? We've also got Mocking Dead number 2 of 4. The side-splitting and artery-spurning epic continues as the battle for Pittsburgh is underway, as hordes of the Mocking Dead descend, and Aaron Bunch's pop culture-inspired battle plan is put to the test. Will the internet nerds of DIA's Tinseltown division save the city, or accidentally lead it to the edge of the abyss of total zombie apocalypse? We've also got Pathfinder Goblins number 3 of 5. And to read or not to read, the pen is mightier than the sword. especially if you're a goblin. Nothing strikes fear into a goblin's heart like the good book, but one curious creature might well turn out to be the Shakespeare of his people, if he survives the experience. Written by Ron Mars and featuring not one but two fantastic artists, Lee Moder on the sequentials and Jennifer Mayer delivering stunning storybook pages. And In the Way of the Goblin, written by Ray Fox with art by Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque, there's a pack of goblins that have a new leader that may turn them into a real threat. That is, if they can understand what he's telling them to do. Well-laid tactical plans turn soon into chaos of screaming, burning, and bumbling goblins. Two goblin-themed short stories by two very talented creative teams. That's Pathfinder Goblins. And we've got Shadow now, number 1 of 6. Having spent decades in the East to rejuvenate himself, the greatest pulp hero of them all, the Shadow, returns to New York in modern times. Lamont Cranston seeks to resume his old life, and his heroic alter ego is ready to stand once more as an enemy to evil. But while he was gone, his foes have remained vigilant, and the most dangerous man the Shadow has ever faced prepares to rise once more. It's the shocking beginning to a new era for the Shadow. From IDW Publishing, we've got Doctor Who Classics number 5. Doctor Who Classics is back, presenting classic comic strips, many never before reprinted in color for the very first time. This issue includes Train Flight in its entirety, featuring the 7th Doctor and art by fan favorite John Ridgway. Next, we've got Doctor Who Prisoners of Time number 9 of 12. Our year-long celebration of Doctor Who's 50th anniversary continues. The 9th Doctor takes the spotlight in this issue of a 12-part epic adventure featuring all 11 incarnations of the Doctor, with fan-favorite champion Rose Tyler in tow. Plus, who's been kidnapping the Doctor's companions? The Doctor's mysterious enemy revealed. We've also got G.I.Joe, a real American hero, number 194. G.I.Joe makes its way to Sierra Gordo looking for the next piece of the puzzle that will reveal Cobra's newest plot. But when they find that the evil corporation Revenge has a presence in Latin America, they could be involved in something far more sinister than the typical Cobra plot. What secrets does Revenge hold? We've also got G.I. Joe, the Cobra Files number 7, Bringing Down the House part 1. Flint is ready to disband the Cobra Files team, but Chameleon will have none of it. But what neither one suspects is that Tomax, the captive Cobra member, has an ace up his sleeve that will rock the team to their core. No punches are pulled in G.I. Joe, the Cobra Files number 7. Next, we've got Jinnrise number 7. In an effort to defeat the alien Kibrani, Andrew and his ragtag team continue their quest to assemble an army of genies. Their mission leads to a labyrinth on the Isle of Crete. Will they find their most powerful ally, or something more terrible than the horrors of the Greek myth? We've also got Judge Dredd Classics number 4. Apocalypse War rages on in vibrant new color. Mega City 1 retaliates against East Meg forces by attempting to nuke their city to Kingdom Come. The Sov forces have a trick up their sleeves, though, and with the Chief Judge out of commission, it looks like Dredd will have to take the reins of resistance. And we've got Kiss Kids number 2 of 4. It's back to school time for the Kiss Kids. The kids trying to navigate new school clothes, science fairs, and evil doppelganger robots, among other hurdles to rockin' all night and partying after nap time all day. From Image Comics, we've got Activity number 15, Buddy System. Hiding from Russian authorities, Switchfoot and Fiddler trek through the ice of northern Siberia to recover a fallen satellite piece. Meanwhile, Weatherman and Bookstore are on a recon mission in Afghanistan, and what they see has ominous implications for the near future. Next, we have Bedlam number 9, with the solicit simply, Hiding Something. We've also got Blackacre number 11, the shocking and bloody conclusion of Arc 2. Sinclair faces exile, Hull scrambles to rescue Lee after the horrific incident at the outpost, and Fauna finally gets Green in her crosshairs. Next, we've got Bushido number 1 of 5, Vampires in Feudal Japan. Kichiro is an outsider in feudal Japan. Lacking the Japanese blood that would allow him to become a samurai, Kichiro must fulfill his dreams of serving the shogun in the less traditional manner, by eliminating every foreign supernatural threat that rears its fangs. This Halloween month, treat yourself to an issue of Bushido each Wednesday. All 5 issues of Top Cows and Heroes and Villains Entertainment latest series will be released in October. Order now, if you dare. Next, we've got CBLDF Liberty Annual 2013, a comic book legal defense fund benefit book, Tales of Blood and Courage. CBLDF Liberty Annual returns with Dark Horse editor-in-chief Scott Alley pulling together an all-star roster of writers and artists to battle censorship with 48 pages of all-new stories. Tim Seeley brings Hack Slash back for what might be the most bizarre tale in the series, and legendary creator Richard Corbin tells the story of an underground cartoonist bringing back his most famous and well-endowed hero. Everyone has a story to tell, but what happens when a story gets taken away from its creator? Liberty Annual 2013 looks at the creative costs of censorship, either through the sort of outside interference of comic book legal defense fund has fought for 27 years, or through more private forms. The Hoax Hunters battle a cable news program for the life of Sasquatch, a young punk rock journalist examines Pussy Riot, and Masks and Mobsters writer Josh Williamson answers the question, what if Workman were right? All proceeds from this book benefit the important First Amendment work of the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, who've been fighting censorship in comics for over 25 years. Next, we've got Elephantmen number 51, Picking Up the Pieces, Part 1. Farrell is a private detective who never gave a second thought to Elephantmen until he was paid to. We've also got Invincible Universe number 7. The Guardian's most enigmatic member gets a well-earned break, but will the Bruiser's day off turn into a dog day afternoon? Plus a villainous threat returns. Next we've got Lazarus number 4, Family, Part 4. The conclusion of the first arc. Forever moves to defend her family with blood and steel as the twins plot against their father is revealed. We've also got Mara number 6 of 6, Conclusion. A few short months ago, Mara Prince has the world in her palm of her hand. Now the world has so completely rejected her she has no place left to go. Or does she? The dramatic conclusion of Mara is here. Next we've got Mind the Gap number 15, R.I. Peterson Conclusion. The end of the beginning or the beginning of the end? Everything changes here. Which life will L choose? The garden, earth, or death? L. Peterson is dead. Long live L. Peterson. We've also got Morning Glories number 32 with the solicit Stories We Tell. Next we've got Reality Check number 2. Will is having one bad day. The woman who broke his heart has returned and she may actually have a thing for Dark Hour. The fictional hero come to life from Will's imagination. Meanwhile, the hideous devil inside stalks their every move, waiting for the perfect moment to kill them all. Next we've got Spawn number 236, Consequences. Power corrupts, corrupt power destroys. The next chapter in Spawn's continuing evolution is here. Having survived his first round of his showdown with K7 Letha, Jim seeks to make amends for past sins, but his struggle for control is only just beginning. While Jim is distracted, his enemies continue to further their own efforts as Clown and Blood have a showdown. And another familiar face returns in a most unexpected role, but whose side is the Redeemer on? And we've got Todd the Ugliest Kid on Earth number 6, Charlie Rose's Table, Public Broadcasting Satan, Part 2. Todd gets caught in the crossfires between Charlie Rose and a half-crazed demon hunter. Meanwhile, Chief Hargrave continues to search for his ideal black partner. Peggy sees a back-alley cosmetologist about improving her looks, and Gus finds a way to hide a fact that Sandy has, well, been dragged to hell. From Valiant Entertainment, we've got Quantum and Woody number 4, the staggering first appearance of the GOAT. Bitterly divided and hopelessly outgunned, Quantum and Woody are getting torn apart. Literally. Can they get their stuff together before shredding to atoms by a mysterious crone and her super science foot soldiers? Probably not. But when a new ally emerges from the shadows, they'll find the strength to fight back. Oh man. And we've got Shadow Man number 11. Halloween's here. It's about to hit New Orleans like a ton of bricks. It's All Hallows Eve in the Big Easy, and Shadow Man's about to find himself alone on the job, standing guard of the most dangerous night of the year. Still reeling from the fallout of his cataclysmic battle with Master Dark, can Jack go it alone and protect his city from the legion of evils that haunt on Halloween night? By popular demand, it's a special October adventure for Shadow Man from acclaimed creators Jim Zub of Skull Kickers and Roberto De La Torre of Daredevil and Age of Apocalypse, and a perfect jumping on point for new readers. Okay, so that's a look at some of the top independent publishers this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and DC videos for this week, as well as my usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.